HTML elements. Okay, so here number of elements is there. So first element is image. Okay, image. So to display images in web documents, display images in web documents. Web documents are web pages. Okay, then use image tag. Okay, image tag. So images are defined with the image tag, and we need to provide source, alt attribute, and height and width of the image. We need to provide image source, okay, source attribute, and height, width attributes. And one more thing is alt attribute. Okay, so that we can display image in the browser. Okay, syntax, image tag, and source attribute, image path, height of the image 200 pixels, and width equal to 200 pixels, and alt attribute image name. Okay, so this is the syntax to display image in the browser. Okay, so one example on image tag. So here we can use from today I'm using Visual Studio editor. So open your website, that is your HTML. Okay, HTML folder. So this folder we created last class. Okay, open your project folder here. So this project folder contains only HTML document, text file, and the sample example. Okay, so now we can create one HTML form. So right click on here, project folder, and add HTML page. Okay, image tag. So that image tag HTML form is created. So if you are using Visual Studio, the default elements are created by default. Okay, so now we can in the body tag use image tag and the source attribute. Okay, in the source attribute we need to provide the URL, image URL. So in our project folder there is no images, so we can copy the images. Okay, disapp.jpg, the image is there. So this is our project folder HTML, and paste here. Okay, next refresh here. So disapp.jpg image is there. So here in source attribute disapp.jpg, okay, and that is image path and height 200 pixels and width 200 pixels, and alt attribute desert is the image name. Okay, so now from this example, okay, image is displaying in the browser. Okay, desert.jpg file is displaying. So if you don't have any image to display, okay, remove this and in that image uh, place only the text is displayed. Okay, desert. Okay, that is what alt attribute. So if you are using separate folders for different files, okay, for image separate folder and cs file separate folder and js file separate folder. Okay, in real time applications should be like this. Okay, so create one folder here, images. Okay, and paste that image and image folder. Okay, now desert.jp is in images folder. So in source attribute, give that image URL like this. Okay, image slash desert.jpg. Okay, so give that image folder path and image name so that we can display image in the browser. So this is the image tag in HTML. Next tag is paragraph. So paragraph, to display any block of content, display any block of content in HTML. In HTML, use paragraphs. Okay, use p tag. Okay, start with p tag and end with p tag. So this is the starting tag and this is the ending tag of the paragraph. Okay, so browser automatically add some space before and after each paragraph element. So syntax, so this is the paragraph syntax, and between these two starting tag and ending tag, this is sample content. Okay, this content will display in the browser. So an example for this paragraph, create one HTML form, paragraph, this is my sample paragraph, sample paragraph. Okay, so copy this and update here. Okay, now run this example once. Okay, so this is the paragraphs. Okay, so we have three paragraphs. So these three paragraphs are displaying same content, and these three paragraphs, uh, so browser added some space before and after the paragraph. Okay, there is a gap between these three paragraphs. You can see here. So paragraph space. Okay. Next one, HTML headings. Okay, HTML headings. So HTML headings are defined with H1 tag to H6 tags. HTML headings are defined with H1 tag to H6 tags. Okay, and the H1 tag is the most important tag most important tag, and H6 is least important heading tag. Okay, so we can define the headings in six types. Okay, H1 and H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. So an example for this headings: create an HTML form. H1, this is H1 heading. H2 heading, and H3 heading, H4 heading, H5 and finally H6 tag. Okay, so these are the six types of headings in HTML. So now run this example. Okay, so H1 tag and H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. Okay, H6 is the least important heading and H1 is the most important heading. Okay, the text is different for the different HTML tags headings. Okay, this is bigger size and the X6 is the least smaller text heading. And next one is links. Okay, link tag. So link tag, HTML link tag. So HTML links are defined with a tag. HTML links are defined and with a tag. Okay, and hyperlink is a text or an image you can click on and jump to another document or another website. A hyperlink is a text or image you can click on and jump to or redirect to jump to website or another website or web document. Okay, and the syntax is a tag, a starting tag and ending tag. In the starting tag, href. Okay, in href attribute we need to provide the uh, another website path or another web document path. Okay, path and target. Target is blank and parent. Okay, and none. So and self. Okay, target is there. So if you put this target equal to blank, so it will open in new tab. Go to my site. Okay, so this is the text for the anchor tag. So this is the path. When you click on this link, it will redirect to this path. Okay, create an HTML form. A tag and href equal to. So I want to redirect to image tag.html form, so that I'm giving the path image tag.html and target equal to blank, parent, self and top. So these are the four types is there. Okay, if you put this blank, okay, it will open in new tab, and parent and in the same tab. Okay, and self also same and the top of the document. Okay, blank, go to images page. So run this example. Okay, the links html links.html form we are in, and click on this link. Okay, the in the next tab image tag.html form is opened. Okay, so I want to redirect to Google website or Yahoo. Href equal to. So I want to redirect Yahoo website. When you click on the link, okay, so copy that uh, URL here and paste here. Okay, in href tag we need to provide the path, and next target equal to blank, go to Yahoo site. So when you click on this link, it will redirect to Yahoo website. Okay, go to Yahoo. So Yahoo website is opened in the new tab. Okay, if you click on this link, another page is opened in the same website. So this is links in HTML. Next, HTML attributes. HTML attributes. HTML elements can have attributes. HTML elements can have attributes. Okay, attributes. And using attributes, we can provide additional information of the HTML elements. Using these attributes, we can provide additional information, additional information, additional information about an element, about an element. So, additional information means, so means additional information means ID, name, okay, and the source, and href, um, next to CSS and the style. 1 second. information using attributes. We can provide the additional information for the HTML elements and the height, width, okay, and so on. Okay, number of attributes is there. So these are all attributes. So attributes are always specified in the starting tag only. Attributes always specified in the starting tag. Starting tag only. Okay, attributes like name and value pairs. Attributes like name and value pairs. Okay, like so for example, height. Okay, height is the attribute name and 300 is the value. Okay, name and value pairs. Next, HTML formatting elements. Formatting elements. So formatting elements were designed to display special types of text. Formatting elements were designed to display special type of text. Display type of text. Okay, so formatting elements like bold text format. Okay, bold element. So use B tag, and second one is italic text format. Italic text. I tag we can use here. Okay, I tag, and third one is um, marker text. Okay, marker text. Mark text, and the fourth one small text. Use small tag. Okay, these are all display formats. And the fifth one is deleted text format. Use del tag. And the sixth one subscript and the superscript. And another one is inserted text. Use ins tag. And seventh one superscript. Sup tag. And the eighth one subscript. Okay, so these are the formatting elements in HTML. To display bold type, first one is to display bold type text format. Use this element. Syntax is, so for example we have one paragraph. Okay, this is my sample text. Okay, this is my sample text. So I want to display sample word in bold format. So I use b tag. Okay, so sample word will display in bold format. Okay, bold text. And you want to display italic text format, display italic text format, use I tag. Syntax is use I tag. This is italic text format. Okay, so marked text format. To highlight word, to highlight, if you want to highlight any word, okay, in the paragraph content, we can use mark element. Highlight any word, okay, any word or any some content. Okay, paragraph, use mark tag. Syntax, so we have this example paragraph content. This is our sample text content. Okay, so I want to highlight this text content so that we can use mark. Okay, so text content will highlight in web document. Okay, only these two words highlight in the paragraph. And the small text, you want to display small text. Okay, small text font, use small tag. Syntax, small tag. This is small text example. And the deleted text format, if you wanted to display deleted text format, use DL tag. Syntax is, for example, paragraph. This is my deleted text. Okay, so use DL tag. Okay, DL tag, apply hoverline for the word. Okay, hoverline for the word. And for inserted text, use INS tag. And the superscript to display like 10 square. Okay, 10 square, like a 10. So I will explain this in examples. 10 square or 10 cube. So like mathematical formats. So this is the two formats. superscript and subscript. So create an HTML form, HTML formatting elements. So first one is bold text. Okay, use this paragraph. Okay, this word will display in bold. Okay, sample will display in bold. And the next one is italic text format. If you want to display italic text format, use itag. Okay, so refresh this example. Okay, this is italic text format. Next, marker text. If you want to highlight the word or any content in the paragraph, use mark tag. Okay, this content, only these two words are highlighted. Next one is small. So to display small text format, okay, use small tag. Okay, this is small text. And for deleted text format, use del. Okay, overline is applied for the word. Okay, this is deleted text format. And insert and outside. Insert ins tag. Okay, ins tag. Okay, inserted text format. Okay, so underline is applied for inserted text. And the subscript and the superscript. So I want to display 10 square. 10, use sup tag 2. Okay, so that we can display 10 square. Okay, and another format is sub sub. Okay, so this is the HTML formatting elements. And next one is HTML comments. HTML comments. So comments are used to explain our code. Comments are used to explain your code. Okay, or insert code description. Code description. And if you don't want to display some block of Okay, if you don't want to execute or display, so if you don't want to execute some block of code, okay, some block of code, you can put that code in comments, okay, comments, so that browser will not execute that block. Okay, so comment syntax is and end with comment tag, start with the symbol and end with the symbol. Okay, so this is the HTML comments. So create an HTML form here, or so just you can insert here comment. This is my sample comment. Okay, so if you run this example, browser will not execute this statement. So go to inspect element, go to the browser and refresh this example and go to inspect. Okay, you can see that comment here. Okay, this is my sample comment, but browser will not execute this. Okay, so comments in green color, and I don't want to display these three paragraphs. Okay, put these three paragraphs in comment. Okay, so like this you can put the comments. Okay, so these three paragraphs are executing in the browser. Okay, in real-time applications we should write the comments for our code. Okay, so that another developer can understand, okay, the purpose of the code you have written. And next one is HTML list elements. HTML list elements. So here two types of list elements. One is ordered list and second one is unordered list. Okay, so these are the two types of list elements in HTML. OL tag, and for this UL tag. Okay, so order list. So order list typically number list of items. Okay, a type attribute can be added to a type attribute can be added to an order list. Order list. typically is a numbered list of items. A numbered list of items. A type attribute can be added to an ordered list. Use HTML element. Use HTML OL tag to define ordered list. Okay, ordered list. So use HTML type attribute to define the numbering type. Okay, type attribute can accept numbering like type equal to 1 or type equal to a small a or type equal to caps A or type attribute equal to upper Roman and lower Roman. Upper Roman and lower Roman. Okay, so type attribute can accept these numbering formats. And second one is unordered list. Use HTML UL tag to define unordered list. And so UL tag defines an unordered list, and by default it will take bullets, bullet format list items. Okay, so we can use style attribute to define the bullet styles. We can use style attribute to define the bullet styles. Okay, bullet styles. So style attribute can accept style attribute can accept following values. One is list style type colon disk. Second one, list style type circle. Third one, list style type square. And finally, list style type none. Okay, style attribute can accept these values. So example for this are order list and unordered list. Create one HTML form. List elements. So first of all, order list. Use OL tag, and for example, I want to display some cities. Okay, use li tag. So li tag means list item. Okay, OL tag order list. In the order list, use li tag to create the list items. Okay, Hyderabad and Pune, Bangalore, okay, Chennai. Okay, so display four cities names in list items. Okay, like list format. So first of all, run this example. Okay, so order list by default take the values like this. Okay, by default take the values, take the numbering. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like that. Okay, and if you want to change the style attribute, okay, if you want to change the numbering type, numbering format, use type attribute equal to caps A, so that it will apply the caps A to Z. Okay, and if you want to apply small A to Z, use small A to Z. And I want to, if you want to display uh, lower Roman or upper Roman, use small I, okay, and a caps I for upper Roman. Okay, so the numbering formats should apply like this. Okay, using type attribute. Next one, so this is order list. Okay, unordered list. For unordered list, same, but use UL tag. Okay, UL tag, and don't use type attribute. Okay, remove this. So now run this example once. Okay, order list and unordered list. For unordered list, by default it will take bullet styles. Okay, for each and every list item takes bullet styles. If you want to change this bullet styles, use the list style type property. Style style attribute and list style type CSS property. Okay, and circle, use circle, so that instead of bullets it will apply circle. Okay, circle styles, and also square. Okay, square list style types, and square disk. Okay, disk nothing but bullet styles. Okay, this is the bullet styles. And if you don't want to display any style, use none, so that there is no styles for the list items. Only list items are displayed like this. Okay, this is the order list and unordered list in HTML.